The following stream contains mature content and subject matter. Viewer discretion is advised.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to episode 6 of Mage Magic City Memoirs. I'm the Reverend Sarkhan. I'll be your storyteller this evening. And before we catch up, let my players and our guest introduce themselves.
Hi, everybody. I am Mama McStabber, and I am playing Sylvia Carson Abbott, a Hollow One Gaunt.
Hey, everybody. I'm Evie Eternal, and I am currently playing Eden Whitlock, a Verbena Witch.
Hey everybody, I'm Antera, and tonight I'll be playing Jack Turner of the Society of Ether.
Hello, I'm Maddox, and I'll be playing Jude Allen Astor of the Virtual Adepts.
And I'm Gina Von Esch. I'm playing Nara Halt, Shrouded Sun, Macaulay.
Last we left off with our cabal, we got to see a seeking from Eden as they paid for and earned Arete 3. And we followed the pulses of Quintessence to Tropical Park, where we got to see that there was, in fact, a new baby mage that came out of it. Unfortunately, the baby mage is a kinfolk, and therefore her life is tumultuous, to say the least. But with her excess Quintessence having awakened, it also had the side effect of bringing to life this forgotten cairn, which for the werewolf players is a level 1 cairn with a panther spirit as its totem, which is a war spirit for those keeping track at home. We jumped forward a week to meet with Jack's friend / rival, Molly from the band Neep W, which we've had and seen little snippets of here and there. And we got to see that she turned out with a friend named Marcus, who coincidentally was the troll at the Playhouse. After creeping out Jude, Molly relayed the information, got the information that they had, and then took off after being invited to the next Hext event. Before the end of the episode, Jude's phone vibrated with a message, which is a little bit of leet speak that translated to help. And he also received pictures of a winged alligator on the moon. And after everyone left Jack's place, we got to hear his avatar come back and egg him on to accept this quest to deal with this dragon. And we pick up a few days later, almost a week later, and everybody has gotten a text message from Tanya. The first text message is a thanks for introducing her to Mitchell. She's told you that he is a nice person, a good teacher, when you can get past his accent. It is very much like listening to a mixture of Pitbull and Inspector Clouseau from the old Pink Panther movies. But she's also texted you that there is an issue with the Alpha at the Everglades cairn, and she has asked you to be her mediaries, as she has been forced to talk to representatives of the cairn, and she doesn't like the attitude that they're bringing towards this meeting. So she's invited all of you back to Tropical Park.
Okay, so Sylvia agrees without hesitation.
Okay.
Same.
Yep.
Agreed. Very much so.
Okay.
Do just for a moment so everyone in stream can hear Junie. Junie, please introduce yourself again.
Sorry.
It was on
I'm-
my end.
Okay. I'm Junie Bonish. I am playing Inara Halt, Shrouded Son of McCoy.
So we will cut to you guys arriving at Tropical Park. It is a sunny afternoon. There's kids playing. You can see that there's the last vestiges of Santa's Enchanted Price Gouge being torn down.
Excellent.
Good.
And sitting underneath the tree where the panther spirit appeared, and it looks like there's a space between her and the tree, is Tanya. And she's just kind of rocking back and forth, and it looks like doodling, kind of drawing into a big one of those thick drawing journals. And she
Did we
smiles as she
also
sees the group.
bring the verbena head and
Oh yeah, did we bring the head of my order?
also the other one, the dream speaker?
If you wanted to, she's already kind of been started her tutelage with Mitchell Sylvain.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
Okay.
she's chosen to go dream speaker.
Okay.
Okay.
She felt that verbena was too close to the way Guru act
Mm-hmm.
and deal with things, and so she liked the call of the dream speaker. And it, looking at her birth chart, you would have also noticed that she was born under a crescent moon, which makes sense
Mm-hmm.
because you would have been a theurge.
At the urge. Mm-hmm.
Makes sense.
But she waves as your group arrives, and she has a smile on her face.
Hey,
Sylvia did
look-
take an Uber this time.
Okay. And you'll see that there's kids off on some of the hills, and there's a couple of people listening to music over by the gazebos. There looks to be a group of girls that are doing some kind of dance to I Want It That Way by the Backstreet Boys. Maybe for Musical.ly or some other kind of app over to the side. But it looks like they keep rewinding the song, so you keep hearing the same 30-second snippet of the song, and they're
Gotta
doing
get
some
that
kind
perfect clip.
of choreography. Gotta get the views, man. Gotta get
Gotta
them
get the
views.
views. Everybody trying to be an influencer.
Yep, especially in 2018. But Tanya comes over and she grabs a hold of everybody's hand, shakes hands, hugs whoever is open to hugging. She is, at the end of the day, still a Hispanic, and they hug for everything.
Yeah.
And Sylvia will hug her.
Yeah.
And say, you're
So-
looking well.
Yeah, you're looking a lot more settled.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been interesting. There's a whole different world that I didn't even know about.
Right
And,
under your nose.
Yeah, and apparently you guys are very different from vampires, which we are trained to hate on sight. So
It's
I'm
not
If
not
it helps,
unearned.
if it helps, we're sort of the same with that reaction.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
make me want to vomit.
Yeah, I've learned. Yeah, I don't like how I can see them now.
Yeah.
They
Mhm.
they bother me, and you'll see that she reaches back, like she'll sit down again, and she reaches back, and she just touches nothing. Um, but you can see that there is like a push against her hand, like it almost, because Sylvia has a cat. It looks like she's giving scritches to the panther.
Oh, I'm gonna sense that.
Okay. Yep. Since you've done before and you use spirit one so much, I'm not gonna make you roll for it.
Thank you.
She is scratching the back of the panther's ears, and it has its head tilted back. Its eyes are closed. Its mouth is just slightly agape. But you'll also notice that there's this little spinneret on her book bag.
Hmm. What are you studying?
Oh, I'm not. We're still on winter break. Technically,
Yes, but you're pursuing a degree in something, yes?
Yeah, yeah. I've been floundering, so I can continue to stay in school as much as possible. But I would love to be an art teacher. Um, and just I know I'm not good enough to like paint anything crazy, but I know that I like to encourage others, um, especially since everything in my life has kind of been funneled into becoming somebody's mother. I feel like choosing to be um, the head of a class where I have children that aren't mine that I can just let go of at the end of the day, I think is fantastic.
If you want to get better at painting, you could always become an alcoholic. Apparently, those two things go hand in hand most of the time.
I thought about that.
Terrible life advice.
Terrible advice.
I thought about
I've
that.
got a whole book of it.
Yeah, that leans more towards writing, and I'm okay where I am as far as writing is concerned.
Trust, you don't have to be an alcoholic to be a writer either.
Oh, okay.
Just the hacks do.
Okay. That sounds like a hit close to home.
Just a wee bit.
Okay. So I asked the alpha at the cairn to let me go and to pursue this existence because I think it's going to be much better. Honestly.
Yeah, of course.
He did not like the suggestion. And he is unfortunately pushing the matter for some reason. And
trying to force you to mate up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I told him that, I would have you speak to a representative of the cairn. So I did ask them not to send the angriest members of the wolf kind.
That's very appreciated.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's real good for them. And that's all Sylvia says.
I've seen what they can do, and it doesn't help that the totem spirit of the Everglades is a crocodile, so their biting is much more vicious and aggressive.
Don't worry, we all had regular wolves bite us earlier, so it's like a booster. We're fine.
Okay.
What the fuck are you talking about, Jude?
Is that a thing you can do at the Metro Zoo, or is that like?
No, I'm just fucking around. The tension was thicker than the air. Come on.
He's big in the cosplay community.
Do not pet the puppy.
He did not look like a furry to me.
I'm not.
Okay, good.
Seen how much those fursuits cost? Fuck no.
I'm learning that the world is much bigger. So whatever you say, I'm gonna have to ask if it's true or not.
And I
Jude
do
is
wanna stress-
99.9% full of shit. Okay.
So you're Cuban. And she laughs.
By
And it-
association.
And Jude is doing this with his hand, but in Cuban, he's just saying more or less.
Oh my gosh. I do want
No.
to stress if we're talking to a representative of the kinfolk, then we need to be on our best behavior because Jude, if you say something real bad, I don't know that there's any force in the universe that can stop them from destroying you.
Besides my
There-
boyish charm.
Yeah.
I mean, the cairn has 3 main packs. 2 of them are protectorate packs, so they're very aggressive. They take their roles very seriously. One is led by what they call a truth catcher, and the other one is led by the cairn's warden. So together they're very formidable. They manage to keep the Everglades kind of safe for most of us. I don't know if I can even say us anymore. The members of the pack that they're sending though are the more diplomatic pack.
Okay, good.
They're the ones that kind of deal with the Pumonkas that are out in the north part of the Everglades, and the Ananasi that kind of come in and out of the city, and the Ratkin that stray too far. But mostly they're the go-betweens with the other Macaulay and the Alpha.
Got it.
So-
Okay.
Getting a lot of vocabulary right now.
Yeah.
Ratkin
I only
at least
understood about
makes sense.
30%, but I
Yeah.
get it.
And she's like the Pumonka are werecats. There's a couple of Pumonka up north, and there's a Kwame, which is like a lynx.
Bless you. Oh,
Thanks.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the Ananasi are bugs.
oof.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, they're imagine the creepiest thing you could ever think of existing, and then multiply it by 1,000.
I've met some creepy shit in the most recent part of my life. So
You're
Mm.
welcome, by the way.
Seriously.
You bringing your girl to the party?
She's
Of
super
course.
Awesome.
I said dancing, and she immediately hopped on. That's how she always is.
And shit.
I can go dancing with her anywhere. It's great.
Anyway,
Yeah, and
Eden, I will do my very best to be cordial.
I appreciate it because,
And-
man, I've seen what they can do.
and you see her shoot up suddenly, and she points, and there's 3 shapes coming your direction. There is this large dog, which is more like a wolfhound than anything else. Auburn, kind of dirty blonde hair coloring, fur coloring. The other gentleman is this tall, maybe like 6'2", Chris Hemsworth looking gentleman, like blonde hair that looks like it hasn't been washed in 3 or 4 days, the 5 o'clock shadow, a vest with no shirt on, like a denim vest with no shirt underneath, jeans and combat boots, and just this big old chain that comes from like the first belt loop around his thigh and back into a wallet. Very 90s. And could Inara describe what they see when she rolls up? Because I'm assuming she's the lead.
She's short hair. It's kind of black with, the wannabe 90s dye job. She's wearing a tank top with a schnoodle or whatever this is called again, over it. And she's actually wearing what looks like a really nice, not exactly floor length, but ankle length skirt. that's light in color, very breezy, and she's wearing sandals.
Um,
Sylvia's going to whisper to her brother, stand by and get friends if you can.
he nods. But you'll see about 30 yards, the dog, the wolfhound, just kind of stops and sits. And if you still got your spirit side up, you'll notice that it stops the moment the panther spirit gets up and turns in their direction. The gentleman continues to walk alongside Inara, and Tanya will come over and give Inara a hug and then offer her fist for the gentleman to pump, which he does, and just kind of loosely looks like he's the most relaxed out of the whole group.
Hello.
But Tanya motions. This is Inara and two of her packmates. Inara, this is Sylvia, Eden, Jude, and Jack.
She gives a bow, actually, to them all.
Pleasure to make your acquaintance, Inara.
Pleasure as well. I'm assuming you are the people we need to speak to, yes?
Yes,
They're the ones that found me.
Okay. Well, I am Anar Holt. I am shrouded son from the Makole.
Kole.
We're
More
alligators.
vocabulary.
Oh, okay.
That's horrifying. And Jude's going to start typing on his phone, but I would like to run a background check on Inara Holt.
Okay.
And Sylvia
all right.
says, oh, interesting. I've seen some of your spirits.
Ah, yes, they're quite around.
Yep. There is one following her.
Hmm.
What does this innocent look like, Inara?
It is of an older woman, more of a grandmother, saged, wise, actually dressed more of a native Floridian from back in the early 80s.
Okay.
Almost a grandma. Yeah, pretty much. And she'll smile and go, well, and she'll look at her friend for a moment, like making sure he doesn't say anything. We are known as Gaia's memory. So we tend to extend ourselves out to people and help when we can, as well as try to contain some rage within.
Understandable. I'm a Verbena, so my people are also connected to nature more so than most of my folk.
I'm more connected to spirits, so I can understand. Well, I've never really, forgive me, I've never really dealt with your people before. Is there a specific way you wish to negotiate, or is there a specific way that you would like to bring about your ideas to this? I'm fully open to talking about anything because I'm sure you may have questions, comments, some concerns, maybe some snarky rebouts. But at the same time, I believe we're all trying to be on the same page for her benefit as well as our benefit. And I mean that in the most universal way possible.
Agreed. I'd like to keep it
Civil.
cordial. Yes. So, is there like any place to sit near us? Any tables or a gazebo or?
There's a
anything like that?
gazebo not too far away.
Should we maybe convene over there for a place to sit?
Sure, by all means. I mean, anyone has any questions, you're more than welcome to ask. I may not be able to give all the answers, but I can at least point you in the direction.
We're reciprocal. If you have questions, we're happy to answer as well. Not everything, obviously, but
Yes,
we'll
but
do our best.
there's always that underlining elephant in the room. So
Right.
trying to get him as small as possible is my goal.
Moving away from the tree towards the gazebos, you'll notice that the dog, the wolfhound, joins your group now and is trying to smell the kind of air around all of you.
Look at the wolf dog. Apologies if I smell like smoke.
Sylvia is
It's okay.
going to draw in her aura tighter.
Okay.
She doesn't trust these things with not one bit.
Now it whines and kind of shifts as it's walking, and kind of has like a little growl at the end. And the large gentleman just looks at Eden. Do not talk to him directly, please.
Oh, right. My apologies.
Anara gets some bacon and throws it back.
He stops and eats it.
Mhm. Forgive him. He's not one to do a lot of talking.
All right.
Do I need to do any roll about that background check, storyteller?
No.
Or am I all
no.
go? Ooh, cool.
What,
I love it when that happens.
Yeah. What does Jude find about Inara Holt?
Well, not a whole lot. She doesn't have any social presence. Maybe where she lives, and she's a student in the university for political science. Other than that, she's not really on the internet at all.
Okay.
Honor roll student in diplomacy and international studies.
Taxpayer?
Yes.
Some people are exempt or like prohibited or whatever the fuck. So
Yeah, no. She pays her taxes. Very much so. Sometimes she doesn't want to.
There's no connection to the Mikasuki in any of the information you find about her.
and then yeah, Jude will just casually put his phone back like he was just checking emails or something.
Mhm. The large gentleman will stand against one of the pillars holding up the gazebo, but he just kind of crosses his arms, just keeps an eye out more than anything.
Do I perceive a death mark on the woman I see standing nearby Inara?
No, because she's not a restless.
All right, then. She's one of the
She's-
capital S spirits.
She is a capital S. It's weird because you've
Interesting.
never seen a human formed capital S spirit.
Mm-mm. No, that just tells me these creatures are not human at all.
So I guess we should get it out what exactly it is we're looking to accomplish here. Tanya, if you wouldn't mind reiterating what exactly your goal is. You wish to be.
I would like to not be a tool for the guru or the alpha, as it were, in this case. And I would like to actually learn about my new place in the scheme of things. This is a path that was open to me, and with all the things that I've learned throughout the years about Gaia and plans and halves and how everything happens for a reason, I think that this is akin to my first change.
That's completely understandable. And you know that I don't view you as a tool, correct?
I would hope so.
Seriously.
And the gentleman is like, first change. Ridiculous.
She just turns around and elbows him right there. Enough. We talked about this, did we not?
He has a place in the order.
Eyes, enough. I am the spokesperson, correct?
Yes.
Thank you. Apologies about
Oh,
it.
Sylvia is just looking at that guy with the hardest fucking look ever.
Mhm.
And she
I
has just
apologize.
locked her fucking teeth. She is biting her fucking tongue on this.
Yep.
Some
No.
people do not understand others that move in different circles. So I apologize for his words. I understand. We are in a bit of a little crux, if you can understand, sadly enough, my point of view, trying to relate to what the alpha has explained to me. The kern you just opened up has, and she'll gesture over to the panther.
It has a gorgeous panther here.
Absolutely, and I would never say anything otherwise. The problem is that he doesn't exactly want to deal with, and she kind of gestures to the group. And at the same time, we are unfortunately guilty by association.
The
And
wolfhound has posted up behind Jude.
and excuse me. And we need, how do I put this delicately? We need your help to try and have the panther understand we are not at odds. And with her help, I believe and I don't want to use the term that the alpha used, but more of he will open up his ways to help us. I can definitely see him allowing you to move forward in your new life. This is the one major, shall we say, quest we need to have done.
That
I-
seems more than reasonable, at least on its surface. I'm
Sylvia's still
unfamiliar.
staring at the big guy just to make sure he's in
Yep.
agreement with this too.
He's not.
Mm-hmm.
He hasn't turned his attention back to the table yet. And Tanya's like, the way the alpha made it seem is that he wanted me to bring the panther to heel.
That is exactly what I want you to do. However, at the same point, I'm looking at it from the better standpoint of this is not only a quest for you in your new life, but to gently be able to close the door on your older life, if you know what I mean.
Still looking at the guy, Sylvia just asked, who of your people deals with the panther spirit?
Well, the wolves, unfortunately, I don't know if their thurges have been able to contact him. However, I am I guess I will have to use the word thurge. I am more of a spirit speaker. So I have not been able to speak to him yet. But then again, I wouldn't wish to trespass on Tanya's area without her permission to speak to her. Decorum. A lot of decorum. And I am walking through two different waters to try and make sure that everyone is not only understood, but also that we do not upset the spirits first and foremost.
That makes sense. And because Tanya's quintessence was the force which awakened this
Kern.
Kern.
Yeah. Starts with
Yes.
a C.
Then she is the one who has an attachment to it. So it would
Tie.
have to be through her. A tie. Okay.
A tie, a bond, however you wish to perceive it. And in that she did this and wonderful job. We have to try and make some form of connection so that we can let her move on. But that's the major thing we have to do. And I hate using come to heal because it's such a incorrect terminology. And I do apologize for what the alpha stated, but at the same time, it's the nature of the beast per se. Forgive my words.
So you guys just need access.
Oh, it's more than access. It's bond. It's more of the permission and willingness to work with. This isn't Yes.
They want to reestablish the moon bridge between the two cairns, and the Panther won't allow it.
Correct.
Why
see.
won't the Panther allow it?
And she just looks at the guy and the wolfhound and just looks back down the table. History.
Anara will gently reach over and pat her hand to say, it's okay. You're safe. You can
And-
speak.
And the guy just kind of now turns back towards you, coddling her.
Eyes enough. She's different now. She's not. She's between two worlds. Allow her that.
So I'll give the much larger gentleman a quick, glance, a hard glance.
Oh, Sylvia has not stopped staring at that guy. And it is
This
not a
make my job
friendly
easier.
stare.
Nope.
So a
And
negotiation.
yeah, he'll the moment that Eden looks at him, he kind of like turns and looks at her. And just tilts his head like, do you want to start something?
Not at all.
Sorry,
So-
hang on. If this is a panther, why aren't you asking the cats to help you guys?
Spirits don't work that way.
All right.
I mean, the crocodile handles the other kern. I don't speak to it directly because it works with the guru. Just because it's a panther spirit doesn't mean that we need to bring the Bastet in. Oh God, can you imagine bringing the Bastet in?
Yeah,
Oh,
Jude.
man.
Apologies for our relative ignorance on your
No,
society.
you're fine. I'd rather be open and candid about this, being that we're trying to negotiate and find a pleasant bridge between the two of us.
So a negotiation predicated on a negotiation. So if
It's all
this,
negotiation.
so if this were to happen, if this panther spirit could be soothed in a way that was advantageous, then your alpha would be much more open to Tanya pursuing her
Correct.
desire as a dream speaker.
I would definitely be pushing that for her because she has proven that she is able to handle this. Not only that, the main reason why he is having us be around her is we've been protecting her since her awakening. So we've been making sure she is safe, she is being taken care of, and no other people have been turning around to try and take advantage of such an event. Because trust me, we could feel that.
And she looks up confused. She's like, nobody's done anything to me.
Exactly.
And he will just look at her and just, that's why we're here.
So nobody does.
Hmm.
Nobody has. We still protect our own. It doesn't matter.
Do you?
Always.
She's still
I'm
looking
not.
at the man.
Anar will look directly at Sylvia and go, I'm Makole. I'm not Guru. We are different. We've suffered at the hands of the Guru. Many of us have died. Many of us survived to keep Gaia's memory going on. You can ask me anything and I can remember. You
He
might be
just kind
upset
of-
with him.
Yeah, he nods. He's like, it's obnoxious.
Why
She just
do they have their kin be chattel slaves?
I will answer you bluntly. How else are we supposed to survive? And that's for them. That's not for us. However, I would point out, I am a female. I am expected to marry and breed. It does not matter if you are kinfolk or Macaulay. You are expected to continue on. It is one of our purposes. So it's not, and she does gesture
Why
to
is
Tanya,
there no
go,
choice?
because unfortunately we do not awaken. There is no awakening for us. It's all in DNA. There is no choice, unfortunately. However, we do what we can to survive. Now, I do not, nor do my people mostly, agree with what kinfolk are being done with. Hence why I'm the one talking, not him. And why I'm trying to make sure she does have a choice. I'm a Kool-Aid. I have no choice. My choice was stripped from me when I had my first change. That is what I have to do. But I will not force anyone else. Unfortunately, out of all of us supernaturals, we are the only ones bound by having to make sure we give birth to the next generation that will fight and continue on. We
Fight
don't
what?
have the worm.
Worm.
Pentex. People poisoning the earth, trashing the earth. Beasts that you could probably only imagine in your night terrors coming to get you, and we are the ones that are fighting them so that you survive.
See.
Black spiral dancers, nexus crawlers. I can go on about the things that you don't see in the dark, that you don't see, that are right around you, ready to pounce on you and take you. We're the ones that protect you from that. And we are slowly and inevitably dying. We don't have a choice but to try and keep on. There are some of us, and she'll gesture to Tanya, that do get the choice to become something else. And I celebrate that because she knows of our fight. Maybe as an awakened, she can turn around and find something in her magic to at some point help us. But am I going to try and stop that? No. At the same point, we are unfortunately inevitably locked in our role. And we don't have that choice. And unfortunately for our distant cousins, she gestures to the crew, they are in a very locked mode, a locked state of mind. And it will take even more hundreds and thousands of years and beating them with more rocks than I have in my hands to get them to change. But as long as we can start with one, isn't that better than none at all?
Tanya looks up and you can see that there's tears in her eyes, and she's just, I mean, one way or another, the alpha gets a slave to either me or the panther.
I will do what I can to try and help the panther.
What is the moon door?
You mean the moon bridge?
The moon bridge, the moon door, whatever it is, what does it do? And what is it going to do to the spirits in this park?
Nothing that I'm aware of. I'll have to consult the spirits, but at the same time, it opens up a bridge, literally, between the two cairns for allowing us easy access, moving back and forth. So say there's a fight here that we have to take care of, we can then go from the Everglades to here. If there's something in the city we need to fight, it gives us a quicker and easier transportation. Literally.
See. I'll turn towards Tanya. So, obviously, there's a reason, many reasons maybe, that you didn't want to do this and didn't already do this. But knowing that it could smooth over your change from that life to this, would that make you or the Panther more open to negotiation?
I have to imagine that the panther doesn't want to help them for some reason.
Well, then
I-
let's find out.
Perhaps we should ask.
That's the panther.
Perhaps we are doing a disservice not having it involved in the negotiation.
Sylvia will turn to the tree and look at the panther.
It's climbed up onto one of the branches. Its attention is on the gazebo.
Would you care to speak with us?
It purrs and growls softly, hops down, and then comes up about maybe 50 yards away from the gazebo, and you see it start to fade away. And it's reached the end of its.
We need to move
influence.
closer to it to have a conversation.
So be it. If all are
Anara gets up and
amenable.
she'll head over. She doesn't. This is part of it. Go for it.
Okay.
And the gentleman will lean over as you get up, Inara. I don't know if Siggs is going to want to translate for a cat.
You forget I can speak to them as well, correct?
You did.
Don't worry. We're working for the better good of things. Stay close.
Just buying the panther already.
As we walk over, I'll put my hand onto Sylvia's back and just rub the center of it. One thing at a time. Okay, I know it's fucked up, but we got to deal with this on their terms.
Jack, what do you notice about the wolfhound that's stuck itself to Jude? What calls out to you?
Jack doesn't know why, but it's really interested in his pocket. He thinks it's the pocket you put your phone in.
You come up to the boundary where the panther spirits start to fade away, and it takes a couple steps back, circles, and then plops down.
Anara will bow to the spirit, of course.
Tanya goes and sits next to it.
Is it here?
Yeah, it's right here next to me.
Okay. Is it saying anything?
I can't see it moving.
Understandable. So, our negotiation continues. Eden will sit among nature and start to use. She does want to start to weave life just to add to sort of the general ambiance of our group, making us, life is flourishing here. There is great power. There is beauty. It is necessary to negotiate in order to harness this awesome power. So that is what I'm going to be doing for the moment.
And Sylvia, Inara, you'll see the big cat head kind of lean forward towards Eden, and Sylvia will hear this rumble of a growl. But Inara, you will hear just this very soft, feminine, good. Yes.
Anara will sit down on the grass and kind of like curl her legs to the side. And she will again go to the panther and go, "You are a part of this. You've heard what I've said. What are your particulars? If I can help in this negotiation to find out your needs.
To Sylvia, the cat sounds like purring, like small kind of whistling sounds, almost
Mhm.
like a bird chirp. It isn't a full meow. But to Inara, she sees the cat kind of look from Sings to eyes and back to you. I will not help the wolf.
Would you help me, please?
She brings her head down, top of her paws. Not while you run with wolves.
You know why we have to. I can't pull. We don't have enough of the Macaulay to handle a kern alone. Now
There's a
we've been
big cat yawn, a tongue kind of curling up. You were kings once. Take your
before the
throne.
and she'll go like this. I, Bridge of Two Waters, am not able to do this alone. I need help. And unfortunately, the Alpha has put enough press upon us that we don't have enough strength to do the throne and to fight the war. I would beseech you greatly to at least help us. And maybe in future, and I do stress future if there is one, we can turn around and make it so that we do not have to lean on them. Unfortunately, we are at that point. But what we can do, and she'll kind of give the panther a little wink, is create boundaries for the wolves. Would you be amenable to that?
Its eyes glisten, and then you see her plop over to her side, and she just looks up at you, her tail just flicking back and forth. I will help you expel the wolves.
I understand. I would have to go back to my people on that to see if that would be possible, unless you can speak to our elders. Would you be able to do that?
No, I don't think I will. And she gets up and crosses back to the tree and jumps up onto her branch.
Just kind of sits there for a moment. We're keeping calm. We're keeping calm. Well, it seems we're going to have many more conversations, if possible.
Is she unamenable?
She kind of just gestures to the wolves. There's history.
And eyes just kind of like, what the fuck did I do?
I didn't mean you specifically, eyes, just of your people. Remember the whole war rage thing?
Jesus Christ, the war of rage all the time.
I didn't bring it up. Somebody else did. Unless you would like to go talk to the Panther Spirit, I'm sure that's going to go over so well.
I would not mind going into the Umbra and talking with my claws. I'm sure that Sings would like that too.
Oh, I'm sure. And that's going to go over so fucking well. Yes, go ahead, Miss Eaton.
No, it's quite all right. That certainly doesn't seem like it will solve anything.
No.
Tanya, we'll need you to step in. There, you restored them. You brought them back from the brink. You have sway. You have pull. The bad blood here is obviously ground fine and deep.
I was raised to believe that we should sacrifice ourselves for the greater good that Gaia has bestowed down on everyone. I don't see any greater good in imprisoning the panther, in subjugating it, and forcing it to do what our alpha wants.
Well, I spoke to the panther and I understand where the panther is coming from. However, there are some things that I myself, as one, cannot do for the greater good. How about we work with the panther and maybe I can bring some of the elders to turn their head to a better idea? Would you be amenable to that, Tanya? You and I work together. No strings attached.
What will that mean for the panther? What will that mean for me?
Well, if the panther gets what the panther wants, let's just say there would be a shift in the tides.
I mean, if this alpha guy gives half such a shit about all this, why isn't he down here himself trying to talk to this fucking thing?
Oof.
Because he doesn't have the abilities nor patience.
So he's telling you all to do something while having no concept of how it's supposed to be done.
How much of the guru do you know? Exactly. You're thinking too human.
Yeah, they are definitely not. And neither are you.
You think in such a individualistic point of view where there is no individualism with the guru. You are one of the pack. You are one of the sept. You are one of them. And you will do what you can for as long as you can.
Eyes grabs you by the armpit and kind of brings you up to your feet. We're done here.
We're not.
These are simple humans at the end of the day.
Eyes, they are not simple humans. I can smell it. You trust me? They are not. Don't you smell and see the differences between them and the other humans? They're not.
We are trying to understand, but coming from that perspective of sort of individualism, a friend, somebody who may become a very powerful member of our world is being held against their will. So I understand your culture and your need for more and your need for this dynamic. I do.
He steps up, just kind of steps right up to Eden, uncomfortably so. You're the only one that smells of the wild.
Yes.
The rest of your brood stink of the worm.
Enough, please. This is not going to help us. Is it? She will gently kind of pull Eyes back.
Understanding that we have to work through this together to find the best solution for as many as possible. And that includes the guru. Please don't misunderstand my intent, our intent.
They're not here to take anything away. They're here to help. Might not be in the way that you want it, but at the same time, helping us to get to a better way of handling this is always acceptable. No one's dying.
The wolfhound pounds his paws on the floor and growls and kind of raises the hackles, and Eyes just looks at him and is like, he's right. How many Karens have they taken from us?
That's not to bring up at this moment. They don't know and understand. I
What
don't
if
even
they
think
want to take this Karen from us?
We won't.
Fine.
Do you think if we wanted to, we wouldn't have already?
But Jack, yep. It's still open.
Is there?
And
so,
literally, as she says that, her brother probably comes closer, and there's probably wraiths circling around the gazebo.
There is a ton of wraiths, but they're all hovering behind the wolfhound.
Mhm.
Do I see this?
No,
Okay.
wraiths are the restless aren't seen by the umbral sight.
No, they are not.
And
Okay.
all of the wraiths that are following the wolfhound all have death marks of claws or bites,
Mm.
rended asunder.
And she she kind of glances to her brother and just grins. He did good.
He nods.
Jack's going to post up next to Eden. Just, he'll feel
No.
safer.
thank you.
It's a little colder
Yeah, it's very cold around Sylvia right
around
now.
Sylvia. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Nara's trying to bring Ice back, going, look, I'll be blunt and to the point. They are afraid you're going to take our Kern, as many have taken Kerns beforehand, which leaves us little places to have little power. And we understand that that is what fuels your power. And that is what they're afraid of, and they will fight to the death. I don't want that for anyone. I don't want that for you. I don't want that for us. It's pointless.
Yeah,
It
this
just
doesn't need to
causes
come to blows.
Right.
exactly.
We're here talking.
Exactly.
I understand that, but I'm saying this, and she's looking to Eyes, so that other people are listening as well.
Understood. I am unfamiliar with the damage that has been done to the various cairns. However, I walk with nature. I understand its pull and the need for restoration and to fight against the encroachment of, you would call it the worm, I assume.
Yes. Think of it
Would
this way. What are your enemies? What would you do to destroy your enemies? And I'm not just talking your personal enemies, those that hurt your awakened, those that would take your awakened from you and destroy your awakened. What would you do?
break them in 10,000 different ways.
What do you think they want to do? And the Kern is the only way we can turn around and harness the power and harness ourselves to make sure we are the best. We have our unique powers, our unique spells. That is the place where our heart, our home is. And being that not you guys, but in the past, Awaken have taken our home, our heart from us. And being that there is a Kern here now open that we could utilize, we are now trying to have our dear friend here help with the Panther so we could possibly create something to help us. That's all. I don't want anything more for Tanya than to have a good life, to fulfill her pursuits, and to grow within her new world, in her new world. That's the Gaia truth of it all.
And why wasn't the Panther willing to work with you? I saw it. Mosey
I know
on
you
off.
did. I know. Simple. We were kings once. She wishes us to return back to our throne.
I see.
And Eyes just kind of laughs. The Panther is delusional. We'd be
I will
better
eat
off
you in a
subjecting it.
moment. I will change right now, Eyes, and eat you. Stop it.
And you see that he grows about a foot. You want to try it?
I
You
don't
wanna
have to
go?
try. I know I can do it. Now
You wanna-
stop it.
You want to go right
Stop.
now?
Stop acting like your dick size and act like an actual intelligent being for once. Thank you.
The panther is a spirit. It should be bowing to us.
It should not, because we're not their masters.
We
Is there
walk in
something
both
with
worlds.
mages and like frenzy? Is there something I can roll for that? Because that's
There's fucking
triggering
arrogance
the
on this guy.
shit out of
That-
Sylvia, and she's got a fucking army.
I
The
know.
angriest human can never get
Yeah.
to one rage, so I doubt Sylvia's gonna frenzy any more than just a regular human getting pissed.
Oh my god!
I mean, your brother is trying to sedate you, just kind of like he has his arms on your shoulders.
Because he knows
Uh,
she cannot.
Yeah.
This fucking
Oh.
asshole. This fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Enough. Please
Maybe we need a breather.
take a second.
Because it got real fucking cold around Sylvia.
Yeah.
Like even more. It's fucking frigid.
There are goosebumps on my skin right now.
Yeah, it is a sunny day and it is like 50 degrees around Sylvia.
Mhm.
And I was
Mhm.
like, oh, can you bring some of that over here? It's fucking hot as hell here. God damn.
I can't guarantee that this spirit will assist in any way, but I'll look towards Tanya. Is there truly nothing you can do?
He gets up. She dusts herself off and she says, I can convince the panther to help, but I would have to accept my place in their world. Mm,
Do we get Mitch to take a look at this?
Who's Mitch?
Her mentor.
Yeah, her. That's the best way to say it. Her mentor.
Okay.
He'd have a better handle on this spirit crap.
Maybe.
It's not. Have you ever heard of the Force theory?
Which
What's
one?
that?
But yeah,
Jedi,
Oh, sure.
spirit, force. It's not crap. It's a living entity of
Whoa.
the Panther.
Very much
Right.
so.
No, I could feel it. I
But-
understand.
Mitchell could force the bridge opening. I don't know what that would do for the panther, though.
not
Mm.
quite the direction I was thinking for that.
No.
Maybe he has more experience talking to the capital S spirits.
Maybe.
It's going to
That
take a little bit of time. If Tanya and if I get some of my elders to come here to speak to the Panther, it's going to take time. That's all I can offer.
I don't know.
And I will be protecting her all the
Uh,
time.
I see. I would be willing, in return for Tanya's more immediate needs met, to assist the Geru, if they so desire, in perhaps restoring some of the blighted or harmed cairns.
I can bring that up to the Alpha, and I personally, and she looks to Eyes and then to Sings as in they are not obligated. She is only putting herself out on this. If you have a teacher for her and she needs to leave the grounds, I can escort her with where she needs to go. Whatever is being taught, I can put earbuds in and listen to Spotify. It's not a big deal. I won't listen if that is amenable to you all, so that at least we are trying to meet halfway on this. She will allow to have her freedom to learn and grow within your world. They have somebody knowing that she is being protected. I will protect her. I mean, really piss me off. I'll turn into a dinosaur. It's a thing. Don't ask.
That's incredible.
Stego or Tyrannosaurus?
I tend to go with Tyrannosaurus Rex with long arms so I can actually grab and eat people.
Bitchin'.
I know. Unfortunately, I can't drive a Camaro with it.
I'll look towards Tanya again. Is that pushing in the right direction for you?
I mean, that's the best option we've got so far.
I will ensure she is not being treated. She looks size, not treated as cattle. She is being treated as a human, as an awakened, being that she is no longer just a kinfolk. She is one of you, which deserves the respect that it means, regardless if people agree or not. Is this amenable to all of you?
I'm looking towards Tanya first.
She's kind of looking at the panther more than anything. And there's a sadness in her eyes.
Sylvia places a hand on her shoulder. Says, I won't let it be subjugated. Very quietly to her.
And Eyes just kind of leans down to Anara. She's already lost several years.
Freedom young, right?
Ugh, man, you just get worse every time you open your mouth.
Guys, you're not helping.
Please,
Rape them if you got to.
Sylvia. I understand. Delicate.
Anara looks right to Sylvia and goes, I understand what you're saying and I understand your rage. Believe me. She will not be taken or done anything to. I will keep her protected. That's my word to you. Okay?
Jack will hold out her hand. Shake on it.
Anara will.
Sylvia's still just staring down that fucking werewolf.
He hasn't shifted down from his glabro form.
No, of course he hasn't. She's not fucking intimidated.
Yeah.
Eden's
I don't know
clenching her
about those
teeth so
two,
hard
but
they could crack.
I trust this one. I don't know what the other two, but this one.
Yeah, Nara just makes sure that her hands firm grip, and she'll go, I would gently refrain for at least my sake to. Can you just make sure that the Mowgli is understood here, please and thank you, not the Guru. I'd appreciate it. I'm not sure if you guys have just ways to tell the differences between you.
Something like that.
You're stressing a differentiation.
Correct. Like, I'm sure you all have differentiations as well. I don't think you're all Verbena, are you?
They all look alike to me.
Well, you all look alike to them unless you're in wolf form.
That can be arranged.
She throws bacon at him.
Honestly, I'm more just trying to figure out if blonde wolves occur in nature, if that's just something you all do.
Oh, that's the difference between tribe and DNA. Everything is DNA difference. It's just like differences in you having dark brown hair and your sister may have had blonde hair.
Eden will hold out her hand to Anara. We are lucky in that our culture, our lives are not so predetermined as the Garu and the various Mikole. Apologies.
You're fine. It would be, I'm assuming, as difficult for me to remember all of your designations as it is for you to remember mine. I'm not taking offense to this. We are working for a common goal. And she'll take Eden's hand firmly.
I will quickly, with my other hand, withdraw my dagger and make a slice to my thumb Seal it with blood.
Not a problem. She'll do it. And then she'll look to Jude like, you've been gnawing at the bit to ask.
Sorry, I've been trying to think of a way to ask this that wouldn't tick anyone off.
Just do it bluntly. If they get pissed off, I'll yank them.
No, I think I actually got it. It was said that you're saying that we have a very individualistic sort of mentality. So I put that aside and I'm thinking in a collective sense. And now I'm also saying this not being a geneticist or anything like that.
Okay.
Isn't it better for stronger results in breeding with a diverse genetic pool to work with?
Actually, I can answer that one genetically and with the Broxer's square. Being that kinfolk have the genetic disposition to have the potential to change, they have a higher count to actually creating more kinfolk and more of us, or more chance to turn into us. So once we have a genetic marker, it's just like anything else.
Okay, but why hold on to people who have already been born through that? Are they only kin if like both parents are werewolves or
no both? Oh, she smiles for a moment. Werewolves and werewolves cannot breed together. It will bring out what's known as a metis.
Against
and
the
a metis
litany.
and a metis is sterile.
It ends the line.
Oh, so it's inbreeding.
It's a coward's way out.
So then why try to breed with the kin when there, I'm assuming, are much more humans? If they have a kid, that kid will be kin and could potentially turn, right?
Correct.
So I'm just so lost as to why they're limiting themselves just to the ones they have already got.
Yeah, does the marker not always pass on?
If you're
the
wanting,
marker always passes on.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Because of generational conditioning.
They're trying to create lineages.
They have created lineages for the past, and she goes on to say for how many millions of years.
Why is this important towards the Panther? This is
it's not.
They're trying to understand. Can you not just give them a moment to understand, please? It helps.
In regards to the Panther thing, I have nothing for you. This is so out of my ball game. We're playing a different sport.
What is your ball game?
Computers. That's where I shine.
Glass walkers.
Yes.
What? Is that a term for hackers?
It's a tribe
of werewolves.
Yes.
Who do
The
computer
technology-based
shit?
one.
They use technology.
Oh, they do a lot of computer shit. Well, more computer shit, internet shit.
I spits on the ground.
Stop.
Any this is gonna sound weird, but any cyborgs?
Ooh, no. We don't bring that up. That's bad.
You're sure they're bad?
Anathema to nature, probably, if I had to guess.
She looks at eyes like, we don't. She's like, that's not.
We were taint.
Yes, that's something we would never do. If we lose a limb, we lose a limb. We lose an eye, we lose an eye. We don't replace it with cybernetics.
There's glory in the war wound.
I've only met a werewolf once before. It was a wolf with a glowing robotic eye.
No, Guru.
It just said, "I'll remember you," and ran off.
Mm-hmm.
That was when I first moved to the fucking city, so I don't even know.
How many years ago was that?
Not too long ago.
That is
He'll remember
disconcerting.
you.
His exact words, and it was a very masculine voice coming out of that wolf.
Well, I guess we're going to go hunting for something because I'm sure I will now remember. And my generations will remember.
It literally
not
looked
good.
like fucking, like
Yeah,
Terminator
no.
eye, red dot in the center of everything. It was glowing.
That is not normal at all.
Cool.
Regardless, Tanya, are you going to shake Miss Inara's hand? Is this?
Sorry, I was lost in thought. And she wipes a tear away and she reaches out for Inara.
Inara will give her a handshake, but she'll actually, if she wants to give her a hug, Inara is always amenable to hugs.
She normally would, but I don't think she's in a hugging mood right now.
No, that's fine. She respects it.
Yeah.
And then Jude will finally shake Inara's hand as well.
She'll shake back firmly, of course. And she looks at Sylvia, but she's like, yeah, that's a whole head nod bow thing. That's
Sylvia briefly breaks the stare at eyes and looks to Inara and just gives a brief nod. And then immediately goes back to staring at eyes because she knows the biggest threat in the fucking room.
Nope. She understands.
Nope.
We'll take a big, wondrous something to push forward.
Inara will hand Eden her card saying of, her name and a number and an email.
Of course.
If you have questions or if you guys want to do a scheduled talk again, it's just easier, really.
And eyes will look down, saying, "Find us a place to step sideways, please." And the wolfhound nods and rushes off towards the bathrooms.
It was a pleasure to meet you and to learn about your culture, Inara. Apologies that hackles were up so very much.
It's understandable. If you would all wish to talk in a better situation or a better area, I'd be more amenable to that and having a better conversation if possible.
Of course. Seriously, thank you. You're good. You're good folk.
We try to be. We do what we can because we need to. And to keep our own safe from whatever trials and tribulations Gaia has out for them.
And eyes grabs you by the arm. We're done here.
Will you stop grabbing me, please? I will follow you. All right?
He starts to walk towards the bathrooms, following Sings.
Jude just looks at Inara and mouths, "He's pleasant."
She just smiles and goes, "I know."
What
And
a
she will go
dickhead.
formal.
Jesus.
Yeah, well, don't worry.
I mean,
I'll punch him in the dick
whatever.
later. But she will again give a polite bow and turn and follow.
And Sylvia turns to where the collective wraiths are.
Oh, they're following. They've been awakened.
Yeah.
They're following.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay. Following the wolves?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just Sings more than anything.
Just Sings. Okay. Okay.
But once they're gone, Tanya kind of grabs Eden, and you see that her knees kind of buckle, and she tries her best to stay standing. Thank you guys for all of that. I don't think I would have been able to do what I did without you here.
I'll pull her right up into a hug. Hey.
You gotta stick together.
That was certainly something, but happy to help.
I almost left with them.
I know. You're with us.
And believe me, it's a lot harder to leave than it is to get in.
Oh, man.
I'm noticing.
So are like most of them like the tall guy?
Oh no, they're much worse.
Oh, that's
He
fantastic.
was downright, I'll
He's-
fucking tell you, he was downright cordial compared to some of the
He's-
folk I've met.
He's a half moon, so he is more tempered.
He needs to pull the silver rod out of his ass.
Yeah.
But you
I'm
see,
gonna-
she goes over to the tree and she extends her hands out, and all of you have Prime, so you will all feel her giving back quintessence to the Panther. Which is odd because normally you pull quintessence from a node, but she's feeding it.
Does the node
Sylvia understands that gesture completely.
And she comes back to the group.
And Sylvia
kind of
just
hungry.
looks at her and says, "You have a very potent companion."
It was there when I came into the world again, so
Yeah.
I want to make sure that it sticks around for a while.
If it helps, as time goes on, you'll get more and more familiar. Really?
And she points across the street. Burgers at the
Yes.
McDonald's.
Oh, fuck yes. And Eden's just gonna light a cigarette.
Jude takes a cigarette out, doesn't even take out his lighter, just holds it and presses it against Eden's to light it, and then joins her.
And as you cross the street, I think this is a good point to go to break, everybody. So we'll see everyone here in a few minutes.
All right. So we will be back in about 10.
Welcome back, everybody. I hope you are all doing okay. It was a rough first half as we got to see representatives of the Everglades cairn dealing with Tanya and her predicament. But for this second half, I think we're going to liven things up a bit. And we're going to go to February 9th, you said? 10th?
10th.
For,
it's a Saturday
for
night.
Hext.
Mhm.
Saturday night. For
At
the
Domicile
first
Club.
Hext event of February.
Mhm.
What do we got on the docket, Celia?
All right. So what we have on the docket, we have catering from 2 food trucks because Val decided to go with fucking Benji. Scott's Tots. And Sylvia knew Jude had to hook up with a really good food truck. So she got that information from him and hooked that up. And so we've got food, we have drinks, we have decorated the place. It's already pretty goth and industrial in nature as it is. So we just added a few little things, like some skeleton hands holding roses that actually light up on the tables around the room and stuff like that, just little things. And we also have some swag bags that are filled with discounts for places that contributed stuff to us. And we have things like candies and chocolates in there. And also a card that Sylvia had ordered a large quantity of that's been printed with a custom message inside from Hext. And basically on the outside, it is a handmade card. She got them off of Etsy. It has an anatomical heart cut out of it with a very elaborate border around it. And the card itself is black, but the underlayer of cardstock is red.
Nice.
And basically there's also QR codes printed inside the card that list to playlists, or basically to the Spotify links to the 2 artists performing tonight. The first one, the headline, the opener is not Edgar Allan Poe's wife.
Molly and her band.
Mm-hmm. And the headliner is Lay Your Ghost, which is a one-man act from Orlando.
Excellent.
Yeah.
What time is the shindig getting started off?
It starts at right around 9 p.m.
Mhm.
The first act will go on about 9:30ish, 9:45, and it'll run until it's done, which will probably be around about 1 a.m. So yeah, so the end, literally we've got the Hext crew is around, and Sylvia's been posting up the rules of engagement, and the first one is don't be a douche. The second one is no sexual assault, sexual harassment, or physical assault, because we will escort you out to the cops. And then second is be respectful and have fun. So she has those posted up in glow in the dark highlight, basically like vibrant fucking colored markers, so that when the lights go down, you can see it around the place. Yeah. And so we've got Laura is at the door ready to verify tickets and give wristbands for folks that to make sure they can drink. And there's also the swag bags by the door so that as people leave, they can be handed out to people. And Sylvia's been going around doing the signs and stuff. And Ridley and Val have been going around setting up things. And Val's also been coordinating the musical acts and the food.
Who do you think out of the rest of the cabal would be getting there first?
Ooh. I think Jack, because
Molly.
I think, yeah.
Say Molly, and probably he would want to tinker around with sound stuff.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Because after you made her sound better in your place, she probably wants that for her act.
Yeah.
I really hope her knocker sound guy is not pissed off at me.
No, he's there. He's
definitely pissed off at me.
100%.
He's a knocker. He's always pissed off.
Yeah.
Don't take it personal.
Yeah. He looks at you walking towards the sound booth, and he just fucking knocks over a Red Bull empty can, but he just is so infuriated. You haven't even said anything.
Yeah.
Remember rule number 1, don't be a douche.
Yeah.
I mean, he'll go pick up the can once he's done yelling at Jack, but right now he's gotta let out his frustration.
Fucking love changelings.
and he just looks at you as you approach. What the fuck did you do? Huh?
What are you talking about?
She said you made her sound good. That's my job. I make her sound good. What are you doing? Huh?
If she needed to sound good, why wasn't your job done?
Did you want to put my dick in your mouth so you can sound good?
That might muffle it.
I don't know. You won't know until you try, right?
Let's not know and not find out.
What'd you do? Did you do it again?
I could do it again.
All right, fucking do it again. And he just backs off. And when he does pick up the can. He kind of throws it in the trash. But he comes back just stomping.
Okay, this is not this isn't a trial or anything. This is not a reflection of your abilities, which are magnificent.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, it's not a reflection of dick. Go ahead.
Okay, right. Not a reflection of
rub
your
balls
dick in my mouth. I got it.
Rub your balls all over my soundboard like you have to. Fucking guy.
It's not usually how I do things, but all right.
Yeah.
And I'll use forces too. I will start filling with the
Okay. Do you have Prime 2?
I do have Prime 2.
Okay, so you can make this permanent for their soundboard. Do you have Matter?
I have Matter 2.
Oh, and Forces 2 and Prime 2? Man.
We have Flavor Country.
Trifecta.
You're the president of Flavor Country right now.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll all 3 of those.
At once? That's gonna suck.
Well, no, because you make one Arete roll, but you when you hit the cast button, it asks you what spheres you're using. And so go ahead and put Forces 2, Matter 2, Prime 2. There are sleepers. Are you using any of your tools? Are you adhering to your paradigm?
Yeah, I'm gonna before I do that, I hold up my finger and I'm gonna go to the bar. I'm gonna get 2 drinks. Two, and I'm gonna use my brewing instrument this time.
Brews and concoctions.
Yeah, brews and concoctions.
Okay.
And I'm not. There's no measuring to it. It's just complete whatever.
Yeah. I mean, your practice is gutter magic, baby. So yeah,
that's what I do.
Yeah. Okay.
Gotta love gutter mages, man.
Yep. There are sleepers around because some of Molly's band don't know about the greater things in the world. So otherwise, go ahead and roll. I think it should calculate correctly what your difficulty is based off of all those parameters.
Cool. And can I spend a little extra time to lower the difficulty?
Yeah, you could spend some time.
Okay.
How long do you want to spend? Up to 3 rounds?
Yeah, if I could do that, sure.
Yeah, sure. Every round will lower the difficulty by 1. So
okay.
Maximum of 3.
Okay. All right. So what else? Oh,
and he just stares at you like daggers as you're moving knobs, changing his settings. And
nice.
3 successes.
Nice.
3 successes. Boom.
Did you use a willpower point?
I whenever Jack casts, I have to use a willpower.
Okay.
Have to.
I'm gonna botch.
Gotcha. Smart man. Yeah, so because you're infusing it with Prime, you don't need to use any of your successes for duration. You are making it a permanent thing. So how would you like to split up your successes between amplification, clarity, and reverb? I think those are the 3 best options for what you're doing to the sound.
You know what? Since I have 3 successes, I'll just do one on each. Just get just do a general across the board improvement.
Yeah. And he looks at you like you have done nothing out of the ordinary except like move a fader up and down back to like unity. You've moved the balance to the left and to the right and then back to center. Like you have literally not done dick to his settings. You move them and move them right back. And he just looks at you like, no ball, no fucking way. No. You are testicularly torsioning my balls right now. What the fuck are you doing?
Hey, look,
you did
no dicks, no balls
nothing. Needed. You did fuck all, and then you rode in on a fucking horse of fuck all.
Yep.
And did fucking nothing.
Hey, we'll see when the show starts, right?
I would think next comes in Eden, and whoever Eden brings with her to goth events.
Ooh. Who is that?
Let's see. I think I'm probably going to bring one of my friends whose name I definitely remember and I'm not trying to remember looking up right now. I think that would be my friend Trish or Trisha.
Yeah, the bad influence.
Yeah, Trisha Reynolds.
Okay.
She's definitely like pretty hard, like goth punk, straight up anarchist type shit. So
yeah,
she'd be perfect.
Yeah, she has a ripped shirt, ripped jeans. How is her hair styled this evening?
It's pretty fucking wild. She's definitely got like a lot of volume to it. And it's like a deep purple. Not quite black, but it definitely has highlights of like like bright pink within it.
And how is Eden dressed for this occasion?
I'm wearing a sort of skater like punkish like dress, down to just about midway between my knees and my waist. So not leaving a ton to the imagination. And obviously decked out. I've got my ear piercings and a lip piercing in, as well as got my makeup done and all that.
Okay. Once you get your wristbands, she immediately just grabs your hand and beelines for the bar.
Oh fuck! All right, shit. It's early, bitch. Come on.
Hey! What are we doing? What are we starting off with? We're gonna do tequila. Are we doing tequila tonight?
Fuck. Okay. Yeah. No. Fuck it.
And she just holds up 3 fingers, and the bartender kind of looks, and he comes over. Is there a third person coming? She's like, no, I meant 3 each.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh,
we're getting a little fucked tonight.
Okay. And he points to the poster with the first rule: don't be a dick.
I would never ever be a dick or a douchebag.
But he lays out 6 multicolored fluorescent little plastic shot glasses and just goes down the line with a tequila bottle. You guys want limes and salt, or you just? And then she is already downing the first shot.
I wouldn't mind some limes.
And she just leans over to you, pussy.
Ah, fuck off.
And the bartender kind of smiles and just slides a small little, also fluorescent, like pink, little plastic plate, puts a couple of limes, and then just puts a salt shaker. Like, I'll leave this here for you in case you both need different amounts of salt. I don't want to presume.
I'll start squeezing the lime into the tequila and just, no, I think we're good. Thank you so much.
Yeah. And she just pulls up the second shot to her mouth and she stops. Why do you do that? That's disgusting.
What do you fucking mean? It tastes delicious.
At least suck on the lime afterwards like a fucking actual drinker, not a Philistine.
Me ho. And she'll knock the first one back and she'll suck on the lime, of course.
Jesus, you get one teaching job and all of a sudden you're a fucking hoity-toity.
Yeah.
Surprised you don't have your pinky up when you're taking your shot. And she lives her pinky up, but she takes her second shot.
Yes, very official. I'm one of the high class people now, you see.
Oh, yeah. Super high class.
Definitely.
Is Martin coming?
I asked him. We'll see.
You
he hasn't texted me yet. I did. I mentioned it. I didn't say, hey, you should come with me, but I said, hey, there's a chill event full of goth people. You want to come? You're more than welcome.
Oh, so you told him ahead of time that it was goth people.
Yeah, of course.
Rookie move, man.
Oh my gosh. I don't even look. Okay, I don't even know if I'm. It's complicated. Okay. Knock back another shot.
I mean, you make it complicated. You know that, right? Like,
yeah. I know. Okay, look. I don't know what I want. Okay.
All right, sure. I mean, that's fair. You know, it's a wild world, and we're just two very single, very attractive, and very hype young ladies. And she takes the last shot.
Not wrong.
And she pays for the first round. She's like, next round's on you.
Of course.
High class.
Oh yes, I've got my salary now. Holy fuck! Can you imagine a salary?
Ooh, no more playing paycheck to paycheck, huh?
I know. I might even become a homeowner at some point.
You're a hoe owner. That's what you are. And she starts kind of dancing towards the floor.
Oh, for fuck's sake! And I'll drink the last one and I'll follow her out.
Yep.
And Jude arrives after the others.
Yep. Do you go in or do you stop at the food truck?
Oh, definitely stopping at the food truck.
Okay.
And I'm guessing by this point, since we're the last to arrive, that it's already open and maybe has a line.
Yeah, well, you're on the list, so you can bypass the line.
Honestly, Jude and Telma, actually, I should probably describe his girlfriend since they did arrive together.
Yeah. How are you dressed for this goth evening?
The exact same as he has always dressed: jeans, black tennis shoes, his sleeveless hoodie, and his black t-shirt. He's wearing black. They can't get mad at him.
He's goth adjacent. It's fine.
Telma she doesn't have anything that is necessarily black, but she did try to get as dark as she could. But it's still a very vibrant floral style print for the dress, but it's very flowy and easy to move in. Good for dancing. And then she has shoes that look like they have quick release straps if she needs to suddenly be barefoot.
Of course. As is tradition in Miami.
Mm-hmm. But neither of them are especially dressed up. This is more just for a casual fun night.
Yeah. And who are you saying hi to at the food truck?
We are saying hi to Telma's older brother, who owns and operates the food truck, and she occasionally works out of when she's not working at her parents' restaurant.
What's the name of the food truck?
Oh fuck, I don't think we ever got that far, because in the notes it's still just South Miami Food Truck.
Mm-hmm.
It could just be that.
Okay.
How about this? It's the acronym SMFT.
Okay.
And then has like a mural on the side of the truck that is like a caricature style of Little Havana.
Nice. I like it.
So it's a bit stylized and cartoony, but still really like good and well drawn.
Yeah, you knew that he'd be out here. The surprise for you is seeing Scott's Tots, which has a small little group of people kind of standing outside. You can see there the menu is a neon blackboard that kind of cycles through the RGBs. And you'll notice that it's a maroon color. There's this elaborate golden and silver throne in the corner. There's a keg that's leaning to one side, and it's got a crown on it, tilted to the opposite side, and it just says "Sponsored by King Brewery." But what does Benji look like to you? Have you ever seen him before?
I heard about him. Heard about the potential magic fuckery he keeps pulling, but aside from that, don't know too much about.
We did see a photo of him.
Oh, true. So I guess I've sort of seen him that way.
Yeah. I mean, he was in the papers for drawing dicks on Renault construction equipment.
I mean, Jude's both a little impressed, but at the same time, like, come on, amateur hour. There's better ways to smash a fucking system.
I mean, you are not wrong.
But he's also from a tradition that is known for doing that shit. So maybe his perspective's off.
Yeah. And he's dealing with the customers. He's got somebody else in the truck with him. But the smell coming off of it is intoxicating. Like, you've smelled tater tots before, especially like the BK tater tots, which are the prime example of morning food choices.
There's a fast food place that has worse ones, but yes.
Yes. But there's some sense that at first you're like, oh, this is the pulled pork that's coming off of my brother-in-law's food truck. And it's not. It's coming off of Benji's truck. And on the menu, you'll notice that he's got pulled pork tots. He's got shredded chicken tots. He's got nacho tots, and just the loaded baked potato tots, and then simple potato and cheese tots. And just says, for cheese lovers, not for the faint of heart.
And I'm sorry, you said that his whole menu is like on an RGB neon sign type thing?
Mm-hmm. It is the neon kind of marker pen writing on like a glass that it has RGB, like a blackboard behind it and then RGB lights around it.
Okay. Jude's gonna get in line with Telma.
Okay.
Maybe make a few small comments of like, oh, his usual chef's like not working today. Oh yeah, well he had a thing. Oh, just a couple small talk.
Yeah. And you get up to the counter and Benji leans down and it's like, what can I get you guys? And you see that he's got the apron, but behind it he's got a Cure t-shirt.
Oh shit, sorry man, we're in the wrong line. And I go and take Telma out of line and walk over to her brother's food truck and stand in line.
And he just kind of shrugs and takes the next person in line. But Telma just kind of like slaps her hand. She's like, you are bad.
I don't know what you're talking about. Why would I go to a tater tot truck when your brother's truck is right here?
I thought that you wanted to just be cordial and supportive of a different food truck.
Oh, no, I totally got in that line by accident. I want a Frita. Babe, I want a Frita. What are you talking about?
Sure. And you get up to the counter, and before you even ask, he already hands you the little paper plate with the frita on it.
Cafecito? Like, por favor?
No, man. We didn't bring the cafetera, man.
Fuck. He says in English.
Yeah, this is a night event, bro. Who's gonna drink cafecito out here?
Me.
Well, you are the only one, my friend.
Look, you know I could have paid for all the coffee that you would have brought, right? You know me.
Yeah, and I would not have made you pay for coffee, okay?
I mean, fuck, man, you're the one that introduced me to that shit.
And he hands Thelma a little paper plate with another piece of shredded pork in a bun, and the same little like hard little tiny potato sticks.
Well, all the same, I'm just glad that I could hook you up with a gig. I truly was
it's
just
very nice, man.
Fell into my fucking lap, dog. So just take advantage.
And he does kind of offer his fist.
And hey, is your freezer in there? It's not like still fritzing out, right? Like it works again?
No, man. Your friend Yak, he came in and he took a look at it.
Yeah, cool. I had to make sure because you guys you seemed concerned when it broke. So
yeah, it's the money maker, man. But he came through and he took a look at it. It was done in an hour. Only charged me $50.
Fantastico.
Yeah. You're a good guy.
Well, thank you. If we can, we'll try to stop by before you leave, but we're gonna go chow down and then
Don't stress it, man.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Vaya con Dios. And then with their food, they will turn and head towards the event proper.
Okay. Inside, what does Jack look like for this event? Because I don't think I asked him.
Oh, you didn't, but Jack is he changed into exactly the same dress gray T-shirt with jeans and his combat boots.
Okay.
And his signature hat.
Around 10:30, as Molly and her band are wrapping up, she can be heard. It's still soft, but it is the first time you've seen her sound guy just kind of like leaning back, just kicking his feet up. Occasionally he'll find something to get mad about and just kind of play with the knobs. But he goes back. It's almost like clockwork. Like he cannot get 5 minutes before getting mad at something. But you will feel that as Molly and her band start to sing their newest song, it sounds like a little sped up, almost like 10 more beats per minute of Sweet Dreams by the Eurythmics. But the moment you expect lyrics to come in, it is Cry Little Sister. She's mashed up the two songs.
Huh.
And when it gets to the bridge, there's a moment where both songs take a back seat to Because the Night by the 10,000 Maniacs. And then she starts to weave all three of the songs together with the rest of her band. And you will notice that there's a bit of inspiration spreading through the crowd. It's kind of like the same feeling you felt at the Playhouse. There is this sudden communal shifting, like grass in the wind, like tall grass in the wind. And everybody's just vibing. And you've never seen a changeling pull glamour. But this is the closest thing you've ever seen. And she's just in her element. The lighting is perfect. She sounds fantastic. when the song is over, there's this quiet moment where everybody's just in their feelings. And then everybody loses their fucking minds. And she just, oh, thank you. Hey, okay. Well, we'll be around. See you around. And as she gets off and the next act starts setting up, where do we find Sylvia?
Sylvia is actually sitting at one of the high top tables on the periphery of the room. She's enjoying watching the crowd, enjoying themselves, and she's just sitting. Yeah, just enjoying the scene.
Okay. And you'll see.
And she is actually wearing tonight. She has a sleeveless black dress over a lace bodysuit with crocheted cuffs that she made herself. She also is wearing fishnet tights with very Victorian looking ankle boots.
Oh.
She has two pearl chokers layered. One has a barbed wire charm in the center, and the other one has spikes, and both have pearls in white and gray. And she has very long, dangly earrings with small pearls in white and gray and a black stone hanging at the bottom.
Okay. And as you're taking in the sides, kind of, does the song move you? Because you've been on the decline of the inspiration that you got from all the explosion of glamour at the Playhouse. Is this an uptick now, or are you balancing out?
I think it's balancing out for her. She can sense that it's impacting the crowd, and they're enjoying themselves, which makes her feel happy.
You will see as the house music is playing, the playlist is playing before the next act kind of sets up. Just gliding through the crowd over to you with a little paper plate of tater tots and what looks to be a small gift bag is Benji. And he sidles up, just kind of slides the plate over to you, puts the bag on the table between the two of you. So a friend of mine, Sylvia, told me that conspiracy theorists love to use post-it notes and thread when it comes to their board. So I got you different colored post-it notes and different colored thread and some little thumbtacks just in case you were running out.
She just looks at him like he's grown a second fucking head.
And he looks down at his Cure t-shirt and just like, do I have a spot? I was cooking outside.
First, I'm a stereotype, and now I'm a conspiracy theorist? What the fuck is wrong with you?
You were the one asking me strange questions about Benjamin Warner.
Yeah, because dude's a vampire.
Hold up. If you are yelling at me for being a conspiracy theorist, and you just told me that Benjamin Warner is a vampire, I think, and he slides the bag over to you, you need this more than you think you do. Vampires aren't real.
Benji, do you know what the fuck you are?
Culinary artist, a dashing rogue of a transient, a force for good.
How do you always get out of being arrested?
I mean, Warner shows up most of the time, but otherwise it's somebody from the company. Are
you their bitch?
No. I mean, they fronted me half of the money for getting my food truck up and running, but I paid that off already. Now I got sponsorship by King Brewery. I'm set.
You know, I am kind and generous. And if you think I'm being a bitch, you should sit with that and figure out why. And she just gets up and fucking leaves.
Okay. And he will sit there for a moment. And then he'll pop a tot in his mouth. But he does kind of sit there. Where's everybody once the main act takes the stage?
Oh, he's gonna bring Sylvia a drink.
Okay.
Is there
she could use it.
Yeah.
Is there a chance
she
that
doesn't drink?
That's right.
Non-alcoholic. Is there a chance that Jude and Thelma would have seen that exchange after wrapping up a dance?
100%.
Sylvia's literally heading outside because between the fucking asshole werewolf and now this douche, she is so fucking done.
Jude's gonna just sort of lock eyes with Thelma, and he's probably about to say something before she sort of guesses what he's about to say.
No.
All right. I am gonna go take care of a quick errand. Can
No,
you
go.
check with her? Cool. And Jude's gonna head out, but go in a way where he's more making his way towards Benji's food truck.
Okay. And she'll start making her way over to Eden, looking for extra support and helping Sylvia. As Jack sees this exchange as well, you'll feel this clammy hand just kind of slide onto your elbow, like your weenus. And you'll turn, and there's Molly. You never heard her come up. You didn't see her come up, but she's behind you.
Oh, hey, Molly. You sounded great tonight.
Man, thanks.
All this guy. All him.
And he just flicks you the bird.
I give him a thumbs up.
Yeah. And I want to thank you for helping him out. And she, without asking or prompting, just slides her hands like snakes around your waist and hugs you.
I'll hug her back.
That's what you do to your girlfriend, bro.
Oh man. So yeah, hey, Sylvia needs some help. Do you want to walk outside, get some air?
Yeah, it'd be nice.
Okay. Not to interrupt this, but you know, she's my friend too. So
yeah, and she slides around you, so she's behind you, but she's still in the hug.
Okay. Oh, this is so I'm like crab walking forward.
Yes, with her following your footsteps.
Great. This isn't weird. I like it.
Not at all. But the cabal kind of will meet Sylvia outside with Jude's girlfriend and Molly.
You just see two arms.
Yeah, and just peeks out behind Jack. Hi, Sylvia.
Oh, fuck.
Hey,
Hi, Molly.
Molly. Good show.
Thanks.
Light up a cigarette.
Hi, Molly.
What?
You did great, dear.
Thanks. You okay?
Yeah, what happened, Sil?
I just can't. I just can't. Just can't.
Is that dude being a creep?
No, I actually can. And then she's gonna go walk in.
Oh, okay. Well, fuck. I don't have time to ask her what I was going to ask her.
Okay.
Put up a
And she's
cigarette, put
gonna
it in my
walk
packet. This is
straight
gonna
to
be legendary.
Benji and said, "You violated rule number 1. Get the fuck out."
Wow. Yeah. Okay. Not gonna argue. And he grabs the gift bag and the tater tots, and he'll throw them in a trash can on the way out.
Before he approaches Storyteller.
Yeah. What did you want to do to his food truck?
Yeah. Does he by chance have one of those useful things where you can read credit cards and all that stuff?
Yeah, of course he does.
Yeah, and seeing as cards and debit are the way that a lot of Americans pay for things, probably cash isn't all that much of a steady flow right now.
Correct.
So Jude would like to use some computer wizardry, and yes, I am using that phrase specifically, to make it just fritz out and die. Oops.
Okay.
You have refunds.
Okay.
Nah, Jude's not that good of a hacker, unfortunately.
Okay.
But
Are you
worked for like the
using-
CIA or something?
Yeah. Are you using your spheres for this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Not permanent, so probably not much prime, but
okay.
He
Well, if you're
definitely
not gonna
wants
make
it
it
to fritz
permanent-
out.
If you're not going to make it permanent, you don't need any prime. The low-hanging fruit on that is just to fill it with forces.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Power surge.
Yeah. So that'll be a forces 2 effect. It is reality hacking. It falls into your practice.
Jude is flat out just looking down at his phone as he does this.
Okay. And their phone will count as an instrument. Devices and machine fits perfectly. So go ahead and roll. There are sleepers, but you have your tool. You're in your paradigm. It shouldn't be higher than difficulty 6, I think.
God, I'm so sorry. I'm totally crossed out. So it's just forces that I need to use?
Yep. There's
that's easy.
A cast button on the top right. And it'll take you to
Sorry, can you tell I haven't done this part a lot?
Yeah. It'll just take you to a pop-up that helps you casting. It's fantastic.
And you said there were witnesses, but it's still coincidental?
There are witnesses. It's still coincidental.
Okay.
There are always sleepers around.
And no other modifications I feel I need to do, so cast. Botch. Ouch, that sucks.
Ooh. So you're going to take 5 points of paradox.
Well, I'd love it if my dear familiar Sparky could maybe munch down on a couple points of that.
You can feed him after you take the paradox, sure.
Yeah, okay. That's fine.
But this is a simple effect. You know that the idea of rewiring things, of just short circuiting, of taking even just shifting the poles of the power supply would destroy an instrument. And as you reach out with your avatar, there's this moment where everything goes quiet. Everything shifts into the Minecraft kind of 8-bit world for a moment, and it goes gray, and you just see game over, and you feel that punch to the gut of reality. No. And you blink it away, and you're back outside the food truck right as Benji kind of comes over. Change your mind about the tots?
Oh, no, man. I totally overestimated something, so I'm a bit full.
Yeah,
I'll catch you next event, eh?
Yeah, if you want. And you see him get into the truck, and he pulls something out of the bottom, and he just throws you a little packet of Alka-Seltzer. That always helps.
Thanks. I'll need to go get some water, but thanks.
Yeah, you got it, man.
And then Jude will just watch him pack up and sort of lean against the building and do his best not to look like he just got the shit beat out of him.
Yeah, and you can see that there's some people are coming up to him, but he's like, "Can't take you. Sorry, guys, we're closed up." And they shrug and they go over to your brother-in-law's truck instead. But he looks a little downtrodden, little not miffed, but definitely there is a kicking the can down the road kind of moping to him as he's closing up.
And I try to not so much getting a sense of his general mood because it's just mopey. That one's obvious.
Yeah.
But Jude's trying to get a sense more of like, because clearly he pissed Sylvia off in some way.
Mm-hmm.
Jude wants to see if this guy has any semblance of self-awareness about what he might have done. Like if there's actual self-reflection going on behind his eyes. Or if he's just doing a poor as me sort of thing.
Yeah, make a perception and empathy roll.
Yeah, with my 1 dot of empathy.
Yeah, hey, you got it.
I'll be spending a thing of willpower.
Standard difficulty 6.
Now he's using it.
Now he's using it, yeah.
Well, yeah, for important roles.
Yeah. Okay. He definitely looks like the kind of guy that knows he fucked up. He's got enough self-awareness to know that he can't fix it right now. But he's definitely like, he's taken the lesson and he is probably going to shift gears moving forward.
Jude will just mutter "penny for your thoughts" and then head back inside.
Okay. But inside the band, the one-man band from Orlando is fantastic. Everybody's vibing, everybody's chilling out. People are coming up to Molly, who is hovering around Jack. And it gets to the point where you see that once it's more than 2 or 3 people, she texts somebody, and within half an hour, Marcus shows up. And he just kind of mean mugs anybody who stays too long around her. But otherwise, he just kind of like stands there, arms crossed, just full black outfit, like, black shirt, black overshirt with the sleeves rolled up, black jeans, and just mad, like an older brother mad. But everybody's at the same table.
Dude somehow has really bad bags under his eyes in the time it took him to leave and come back. He looks very exhausted all of a sudden.
Fuck having you, Jude. You look like you died and went to hell and came back.
I haven't had any. I miss my cafecito, that's all. I'll get over it.
Reach my hand out towards Syl. Hey, it's a really good night. Besides the one fucking weirdo.
I'm glad you're having fun.
You did real good.
Thanks.
And Molly will actually slide, not even like slithering, just kind of slide. Her lower body doesn't move whatsoever. But she slides over to Sylvia and just kind of opens her arms out to her. You need a hug.
Yeah.
Bring it in.
And Sylvia will allow Molly to hug her.
Yeah. It's probably the least creepy thing she's done in front of you. It actually does feel warm.
It's not like her creep bothers Sylvia in the slightest.
Yeah. Yeah. but it is heartfelt and it is warm. And there's this moment. You have mind, so you can counter magic it if you want. But she is trying to help you feel better about the evening.
I will counter magic that.
Okay. Okay. So that will be a mind effect.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, her mind is like a steel trap right now. It is sealed up.
Yeah, it'll be Arete roll difficulty 6.
Okay.
And the rest of you will see Marcus just kind of stand up and
When I do the
stretch.
casting, it defaults it to 4.
Oh yeah, because you're I know why. Go ahead and roll.
Okay.
Difficulty 4.
Gonna use a willpower because I haven't rolled anything. I got 3 successes and 2 10s.
Nice. Yeah, you feel like there's this strange sensation that comes off of her. The warmth is more than just her body against yours, but you shake it off.
Yeah.
There's a wall that comes up.
Yeah. And she just whispers to Molly, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but please don't. Not without my consent.
Okay. She lets go and slides back over to Jack.
Jack, how long you two been going steady now?
Apparently it's been for a while.
Come on, you can't be that fucking oblivious, right?
Bet. I can be, but
Yeah. But as the night dwindles down and people start to meander away in the band, the gentleman just kind of brings everything to a close. I think this is a good point to call it for tonight. Good job, everybody.
All right. So thank you, everybody, for joining us tonight. Do join us on the Discord, as that is where we hang out when we are not playing games on stream. And we also have an open and ongoing casting call for Call of Cthulhu 7E for guest players. So if you're interested in playing Call of Cthulhu around 1907 London, you may want to apply to that casting call, but you got to be a member of the Discord to do so. That streams on Saturdays at 3 p.m. Eastern. So also, we have back episodes of this stream and other tons of content, World of Darkness splats, TTRPGs, all that kind of stuff on our YouTube. There we go. And also, London Esoteric Society, the Call of Cthulhu stream, is on the London Esoteric Society YouTube. That is where Tiss hosts her stuff for perpetuity. She also has a D&D 5e campaign that was called Ishvel on there that has been completed, and she has a variety of other games, including a 7th Sea miniseries that she ran in January this year. So do give her some love as well. And we also have amazing friends that stream on their own channels as well as with us. Ravenous Archon, what you got going on?
Oh, hi, everybody. I do TTRPG stuff on my own channel here on Twitch. Mondays are for Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition. Tuesdays are for Scion 1st edition and Werewolf of the Wild West. And Thursdays are for 7th Sea or Legend of the Five Rings 4th edition with a floating day off. So it's not driving myself crazy running 4 games a week, especially now that I'm running Mage here on Wednesdays. And I've infiltrated all the other WOD Wednesday stuff, and sometimes I'll pop up on a Friday when I get invited to play the most handsome Baron in Kansas City.
Indeed. And also check out Junie Von Esch, who was our guest player tonight on this game. And she does do some fun crafting stuff on her channel. So do check her out and give her some love from us. And we have Mischievous Red, who does stream on occasion on her channel. She plays in our Kansas City Chronicle as Gwen. And do give her some love when she streams. And then we have Rerolls, who has been on hiatus because life kind of happened, and he and his crew will be returning soon to, I believe, doing a D&D campaign. So do give him a follow, check his stuff out. And DM Daddy RPG is where you will find Jen of Thieves. She plays in our Kansas City Chronicle, and you can check her out running and playing games there. I know her Everyday Heroes Ghostbusters game is getting close to the end, y'all, but it is a lot of fun to check out when you can. Also, we have merch. Let me post that. So if you would like to get some studio merch or merch related to various chronicles or campaigns we have run, you can check out our Zazzle link in chat now. Do make sure you are signed in and that you have your account settings set so you can see all content, because some of ours did have to be listed as adult due to swear words. That's the Zazzle policy. Like our Camp Wish a Motherfucker Would Camp Counselor t-shirt. And we also have Cat's to-do list, which is kick ass, take names, be a dragon, all those checked, and then Dracula, not yet checked. So do check that out if you're interested in merch. And if you would like to support the amazing players here at this table and our storyteller, Ravnos Archon, you can do so by showing us your biddies, y'all. Show some biddies. Yeah, bits and donations are given to our players here at McStabber Studios. If you would like to support the studio itself, you can do so by subscribing here on Twitch. If you have an Amazon Prime subscription, you get 1 free subscription a month. You might consider giving that to us. And also, you can give Mama a coffee by going to our coffee page. Yeah. That way Twitch doesn't get to be a nasty pimp and take half. But if you cannot support us financially at this time, we totally understand. We do not sublock our content. We do not hide it behind paywalls. You can always view VODs here on Twitch free. You can also view it on YouTube for free. To support us in a way that is free, go to YouTube, subscribe to our channel. If you're watching content there, both like and comment. Doing both pleases the algorithm gods over at YouTube, which means more people can find our content. So please do so, and that we appreciate that support, truly. Thank you to those that do. And we do engage with comments on our videos, seriously. So, you'll get engagement there if you do it. Yeah, little reward system. But and coming up over the next week, we have on Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern, Kansas City, Domain Divided. It's a Vampire the Masquerade V5 game set in modern times. And we have a special guest, Kai, from Chicago Hidden City, is joining us. Yeah. It's going to be interesting because I know what character he's playing and it's going to be intense.
Well, it's probably no one important.
No one important at all.
Not like one of the most important.
I know, right? So join us at Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern for that. This season is focused on dealing with the Second Inquisition. We have tried to pull in allies from other splats, even allies of very potent fucking vampires. We are trying to resolve this issue that is plaguing supernaturals in Kansas City. So that's where we are this season. And then on Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern, join Tiss and her crew of intrepid investigators as they play Call of Cthulhu, 7E, London Esoteric Society. They are doing all the sus stuff and learning that Cthulhu mythos, and it is a lot of fun. Go check them out. And then at 8 p.m. Eastern, double feature on Saturday, we have Vampire the Masquerade, Chicago, Hidden City, set in 2010. Yeah. It's got myself, Antera here, Maddox, yeah, and Junie as storyteller. So join us for that. And then we'll be back here next Wednesday. Let's see if maybe Sylvia can get a good night. Just one. Doesn't seem like it, but we'll see. So
It just means you need to hang around more dead people. They seem to be what make her truly
they
happy.
they seem to be the only fucking non-assholes around her. I mean, really.
It's kind of hard to be a shitty person after you've died.
Yeah, you know. But anyway, yeah. So join us next week as we pick up where our story left off tonight. And lastly, I'm going to say, make sure you take care of yourselves. Take care of your mental well-being, for real. If you are struggling right now and you are in crisis, I want you to reach out to your support network if you have one. If there are professionals that you have available to you to get help, please get help. But if you do not have that available in this moment or in the moment that you are facing your crisis, I want you to get help by reaching out to a crisis support line. Right now in chat, there is a list of organizations that you can call or text 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, if you have a crisis that relates to the service that they provide. If your crisis does not relate to that, you are outside of the US, or you are not watching here on Twitch, I want you to go to findahelpline.com. That site, you can look up by your location and find the crisis support resources available to you, and they cover over 140 countries. Please check them out, get help. We want you around a long time. Okay? You are not alone. Let people who want to help you help you. And I'm on McStabber, I'm a registered nurse, and I'm going to tell you right now, please take care of your physical health too. It's real fucking important. There is a lot of fucked up shit going on in the American health system right now because of the regime in power. The fascist fucking regime. Please get your meds, take your meds. Fucking get vaccinated while you can. Vaccinate your children while you can. And if you contributed to fascist regime here in America or in other countries by voting for it, by voting for other parties that didn't have a chance in hell of actually winning, or by abstaining, your choices have consequences and there is blood on your hands, so you can fuck right off and go to hell. For the rest of us, I'm being real when I say fascism always loses. I'm a fucking history nerd, y'all. Fascism always loses. It is a reactionary response to social progress. It always loses. It's just a rough fucking ride to get to the other side. But we've got to do it together. And we need to make good trouble where we can. You know, giving our fucking elected representatives the hell they deserve for not doing the shit that they should be doing. Protesting, but please do so safely. Be aware of what's going on in your area. Yeah. Know your rights. Create good trouble. We got to get through this together and support one another. Please. That's how we get through this. Said with all sincerity, y'all have a good night.